So let's start up let's create a new accrual profile with the name AUS FT accruals. Okay, so in this we will be having three items like vacation, sick, and maternity leave. We'll change this to another one. Emergency. Okay. So let's say this policy, an employee is eligible to get how much hours, how many days? 2 days, 16 hours per month. Okay. And sick is like he'll be getting total 10 days, 96 hours in a year. And emergency leave is like he'll be having 24 hours per year.
We can make the policy as the day-wise as well, right?
Yeah, day-wise as well we can give, but mostly now we'll be having it day-wise. Either it will be pay period basis, monthly or yearly basis in Kronos.
Okay.
Even if it is day basis, they will just convert it into the monthly basis, average, on average, how much they should be adding in that.
Okay.
And then okay, this vacation, this employee can carry up to 16 hours per month, means to the next year he can carry up to 40 hours. Okay. Understand. That means the year, if he has more, he has not taken all the holidays, he can carry forward up to 40 hours. Whatever is there, if he is having more than 40 hours balance in his thing, only 40 will be carried forward, that will be discarded. Clear on that requirement?
Yeah.
Yeah. So sick, there is no carry forward. No carry over. And emergency also, it's no carry forward. Now let's start building the policy. So we already have accrual codes for vacation and sick. We have built it with the name ABC vacation and ABC sick. We have two codes here. We don't have a code for emergency. So let's build a code, or what we can do is we can directly duplicate this. Click it and click on duplicate, and we change it to emergency, and I can mention. So clear on what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, if both are on the system, you can follow up and create a policy. So usually how it goes, like when I'm building a policy, the previous sessions, like they'll be just following up and they'll be starting the policy. Fine, just like note this what I'm doing and build the whatever I have completed, build it by tomorrow. Okay. Only then you'll get an
Okay.
idea. So
Sure,
after this
Okay.
session, there like will not be any communication to discuss the doubts. So try to work
Right.
out on that. Yeah. So I have created emergency vacation also. So 3 accrual codes have been created. When you create it in like I'm using ABC as a prefix because I'm going to use it in my policy. So far, when you are creating, create it under some other prefix and then emergency or vacation or whatever it is. Okay, so that
Okay.
it will not allow same name.
Okay.
So accrual codes done.
is it possible to have an synchronization between accruals and as well as pay policy, as I overcome like the one requirement in my previous organization? If, suppose if there is an employee, ex-employee,
Okay.
if he comes late for uh, 6 times in a month, so instead of imposing an loss of pay, he'll be losing an one any of the accruals.
Well,
This
like
kind of
we can flag him, but the manager needs to do it out. But I think like we can do it. There is a way, but it will be a complex policy. We
hmm,
can do it. There is way in Kronos. There is something called duration pay code. Using
hmm,
that, we can do it, but it will take how to say it will take. It's a we need to connect few other modules into it, and we cannot exactly say that after these hours, this money should go.
hmm,
It will automatically take
hmm, hmm.
whatever the hours he is losing under this pay code, even if it
Okay,
is 5 minutes
okay.
or 10 minutes,
Hmm, hmm.
like that.
Okay. Mhm.
So we have 3 codes created. Then now we are going to see the dates, whether we have all dates. So we know this is getting credited yearly, like monthly. So for this also, we can use the date Jan 1st itself, because it is also a start of month. It is also a start of year as well as it's a start of month also. So we can use Jan 1st as a reference. Sick also it is uh, granting yearly. So for that also Jan 1st is okay, and emergency also Jan 1st is okay. But if an employee is hired on the mid of the year, they need to have some hours, right?
Yeah, the system should calculate on pro rate of this, right?
Yeah. So the like for that we have an option. So a vacation is hourly, like a monthly basis, right? So this is fine. If an employee is hired in the mid of the year, from next year start, he will get 16 hours. That's fine. So here we no need proration. No proration needed. Because if he's hired on the mid of the year, maybe like in another 15, 20 days, he's going to get his 16 hours. Start of the month, we are giving him 16 hours. So that's fine. But in sick, we need proration. Okay. And emergency vacation, emergency leave, there is no proration. whatever the time he's hired, he's going to lose it anyway. Even if he's so emergency is for emergency purpose, he should be able to use it irrespective of what month he's hired in. You're getting me why I'm telling for that vacation doesn't need proration. Clear on this, Kiran? Because it's monthly. We are going to give him monthly each month.
What you mean to say, like if any employee joined mid of the year, so such employees is not eligible for the vacation list, right?
No, they will get because I'm giving it monthly basis.
16 hours per month. Okay.
So they will get
Let's
it
say,
monthly.
what if
How the
somebody
system
like
is going to be calculated automatically considering the date of joining on basis or how?
On based of joining list. So let's see.
Okay.
This is going to provide him on Jan 1st of every year, but this is not like for every month he is going to get 16 on the first
Okay.
of the Okay, so
Okay.
proration is
If
if
he
he's
joined
hired
on
yeah.
if he joined on June or July based on whatever the quota, the
No,
quota is eligible, right?
no, he is eligible for 16 hours per month, Kiran. So example, he is joining on April 15th means May 1st he will get 16 hours. Then June 1st he will get 16 hours. It's like that only.
Okay.
So we are granting him monthly, 2 days per month. So even if he's hired on mid of, if he's in mid of the year or like any mid of any month, at the end of the month he is going to get 16 hours. So no proration. But this is not like that. This is only once in a year we are giving him 96 hours, and that is only on Jan 1st. So for that, for the first year, if he's hired on a mid of the year, we need to prorate based on hired date only once. Okay. So first, let's work on the vacation alone, and we'll build the policy. We'll test it out. If it works fine, then we'll start with the sick and emergency. Okay. Let's start with the this one. Okay. Now let me go. We have created dates, and now I need to create a date pattern for Jan 1st. Let me see if there is any available pattern. Okay, there's a pattern 1st of each month. Let me open it up. Okay, what this does is it is referencing Jan 1st as the date, and it is prorating it like frequencies, monthly ones. It is providing the grant. So let's choose this as our date pattern, because vacation for us is like a monthly basis. So I'll choose this as the date pattern. First of each month. It will rotate it for first of each month. So now date pattern is also sorted out. Next item we need to go and see is grant. Grant is like it is the portion which will provide the hours to the employee. So let me open. I need to click on. I'll go with the new one. New. I'll give a name of ABC. Okay, and this is going to repeat for each month, right? So you should choose repeatedly, not one time. We are going to repeat it yearly. And we are going to choose the date pattern is first of each month. Each month we are going to repeat it. And it's asking whether it will expire. We are not expiring anything. It's like after, if you are granting 16 hours, does it need to expire if he is not taking any leave after 2 months, 3 months? This is specifically for comp offs type of leaves. So when we work on a public holiday, we get a comp off, and you need to take it within next 2 months or 1 month. But like if not, it will expire. So you don't need to change anything else. Just to click on does not expire, and this one we are going to use it repeatedly. Each month we need to get a grant. So it's not one time. We are going to queue repeated. Date pattern should be first of each month. This should always be fixed. It's not and. We are not granting him some balance based on like how many hours he's working. This is fixed one. We are going to give him fixed. So fixed date pattern here repeatedly and does not expire. That's it. Other options, whatever the system has chosen, is default. Here, currently, we are not doing any proration. If you want to prorate, this is the area we are prorating. For vacation, if you see our requirement, we are not prorating anything. Only when we are doing it for sick, we will click on here based on higher date. So that system will automatically prorate.
So where do we put 16 hours?
That comes in the next part. We are here, we are just creating the grant.
Okay.
I'll create the grant.
In few cases, like after each every organization, they have their own probation period, right? Suppose if an employee completion of first 6 months, before 6 months in the probation period, there might be some accruals they are providing. After finishing of 6 months, the regular accruals will be eligible. So how can we configure that? Is there any
Probation period is here. If you apply probation period here, until probation period, he will accrue the accruals, but he will not be able to use it.
Mm-hmm.
He will not be able to take leaves. So based on the years, we can provide different set of accruals. That is there. First, let's complete the simple policy, then we'll go to that.
Okay. Okay.
So this vacation grant is done. Now, once you have completed grant, here I'm going to create a limit because we are going to limit the employee to only 40 hours carryover on New Year. So already let me see if there is any limit. Okay, there is a carryover limit. I need to see if there is a carryover limit for Jan. Not sure. So I'll create one. Okay. Jan 1 carryover limit is already there, but we'll create a new one. It looks like different. So limit, what we are going to do here is there will be 5-6 limits. The limit which we are going to use is carryover limit. So what carryover limit means? How many hours an employee can carry over after a specific date. And here, these two items currently we know it because adding balance limit is like we are providing 16 hours per month. So assume the accruals to be a bucket. How much it can hold maximum? Even though if he is earning 16 hours and we are carry forwarding 40 hours every year. So at the max, how much the employee can hold? 200 hours or 250 hours. What is the maximum storage he can have on his leave? That is what earning balance limit is about. Any doubts in this? What earning balance limit is?
No.
No.
So it's like say first year, Jan 1st is getting 16 1 months. At the year end, he'll be having around maybe 160 plus 32, 182 hours. Okay. So if he's not taking anything, okay, he hasn't taken any leave, then next year, yeah, but it will reduce it to 40. Then again, next year he will get another 182. Okay, next year also he is not taking any leave. This will go again, he will carry forward 40. So this, if you see here, this adds up to maybe around 40 plus. This is 2. So these many hours are there. So if we have a earning balance limit which states only 200 hours means, even though if he's carry forwarding 40, it will like once the total balance reaches 200, he will not accrue anything. That is what earning balance limit is about. It's like a bucket. Once it is filled, whatever the policy says, whatever the grant says, I'm going to give him 8 hours, I'm going to give him 50 hours. Nothing will work. Once the like top of that bucket is reached, whatever you put will overflow. That's it. That is about the earning balance limit. Earning amount limit is slightly different from that. Amount limit is like if you choose a particular date range, in that date range, how much he can earn. It's not like the total balance or like total capacity. Like earning balance limit is like total. This is like total capacity of the particular accrual bucket. But earning amount limit is, it is slightly different. What it does is, it's like total hours that can be earned in a particular time period. Say example from 1st of January to like 6th of January, I'm defining a policy that whatever the rule says, he should be having a maximum earning amount limit of 70 hours. Means in that particular time frame, he should be like, even though whatever the grant says, he'll be able to earn only 70 hours. It's not the total capacity, even though he has total capacity of 200 or something. If I'm defining that within this 3 months, you said right, you said a requirement, right, Kiran? First 6 months, he should be earning only little less. Right? If there is a new hire, Kiran, is that like, if there is a new hire, the first 6 months he is in probation, we'll give him a different accruals. That's what you said, right?
Yeah.
So that in that cases, we can use earning amount limit and say, like first from the higher date to this date. Okay, from the higher date to 6 months, some like date reference, he should be maximum capable of earning this many hours. That's it. So whatever the policy gives him, or whatever the total value is, that will not matter. How much he can earn within that time, only that amount he can earn. And one more thing is, earning amount limit cannot be greater than earning balance limit. Like I said here, 70 hours we can you should be earning in the first 6 months of probation. System will allow not anything beyond that, only up to 70 it will allow. But say we are creating an earning amount limit setting, first 6 months he can earn up to 220, means it will not allow, because we have defined that it's the maximum capacity itself 200. So this cannot bypass earning balance limit. Earning balance limit gets the first priority because it's the total capacity. Confused?
No, it's just a vacation, right? Let's say 16 hours per month. But if somebody starts and then before probation, let's say they get fired or don't work there anymore, so they don't get to cash out even though it's fixed, right? Because it's not by proration, it's by
No.
fixed rule.
Cashing out is not based on the actual policy. Cashing out is based on purely on the company's policy. Some companies will ask the employees to take a few leaves when they are on the period. Some like moving the accruals to payroll is a different process that HR does, or based on what during termination the integration fetches and pays them out, whatever the balance they have.
Okay.
So that is not directly done from here. We are having a privilege inside this to do a payout on based on a certain date range, but during termination, it's done through the integration so that it ensures whatever is having is wiped out as well as it is
Right.
paid out to the employee in his last paycheck.
Got it. Got it.
So we have for our policy, we are creating a carryover limit, and it's a Jan 1st carryover.
Got it.
and it's yearly. It will repeat for every year. So date pattern here again is we are referring to 1st Jan, 1st yearly, because we need to repeat it yearly. There is another pattern. January 1st year, we'll go with that. Okay, that's it. And this is nothing to do, like we will go with the maximum itself. This is used like sometimes some companies will allow the employees to go negative on their vacation balances because they will be earning next month also, right? Here, if you say like we are giving him 16 hours per month, so if an employee is hired and in another 6 months he needs a vacation for 2 whole weeks, he will not have that sufficient balance. But we can say he can take negative, and then when the next month he is getting another 16, it will adjust to the value. Okay, so in that case, if we have to apply a carryover limit, it is asking whether we need to carry forward how, like the maximum amount he has, or we can carry forward and forgive the negative balance. That means it will on the year, even if he's having -5 hours, -6 hours, it will make it to 0. So that we will not be doing it mostly. We will just go with the normal. Whatever he has, that will be transferred to next year. If it is less than 0. If it is more than 0, up to 40, we can transfer. That's it. So let me save this. So we are creating it. We have saved it. Carryover limit and grants is done. Now we need to create accrual policy for it. We'll start with this simple one. Once we configure this, we have this whole week for accruals along. So we'll complete the vacation today. Let's test it out. Tomorrow we'll configure the emergency and sick. Then we will work on the other requirements, like whatever Kiran suggested, right? How we are doing it, how it is possible. I'll give you the overview. Okay, so now in the accrual policy, there are already some policies which I have created. So we'll create in a new name. Say we'll create an accrual policy. Newly, I'll give that first. I'll give the name as AUS FT. This is for vacation. And first, I need to choose what is my accrual code. My accrual code is ABC vacation. I have chosen here, right? The same thing, ABC vacation. Now I need to choose. It will ask whether I have a probation period or not. No, currently we are not going with anything. Okay. And now I'll just directly length of service references, like after crossing certain years, he might be able to like accrue more hours. Like now it is 16 minutes. Maybe after 10 years, we will give him 24 hours per month. So we do like, do we have anything right now? Means right now, no. We will go into that, the later configuration. These everything is nothing. Now I need to choose our grant and this. So our grant name is, what is our grant name? ABC vacation. Okay. And here, I need to, here only I am going to put the amount 60. That's it. No, nothing else to change. Does it expires? No, we are not going to expire it for anything. Do we have any grant rule, round rule? No, we are not going to round it. Round rule means like some companies will be having, like say per week, he will be earning 4.617. Like they will divide the, as you said Kiran before, they will divide the accruals based on days, and then they will provide to them. In that case, it will come like 3.1432. It will go on up to 5 to 6 decimal. In that case, how to round it? Do we need to round it based on 1 digit, 2 digit, or like just the whole number? For that purpose only, we have this round rule. I'll give a highlight on that. But round rule right now we are not using it. We are like, if we want to how like we do in our policies, right? We won't go for round rule. What we will do is we know the value. We will round it off if needed. We will round it out to here itself. If it's going for 5 digits, so it's 16.71345 means we will round it to 16.71 or 16.72. How we need it? While creating the policy itself, we will round it off. That's it. we don't need a separate rule to be created for that, because this accepts up to 2 digits. So we can do it. So currently I'm going with the 16. Now we need to create, see our limit. Our limit name is Jan 1st carry over yearly. Here it is. Here I need to give how many hours he can carry forward. 40. Okay, now here I need to choose the pay codes which we created in accrual policy. Rather, like you know, we have created ABC vacation here. This is our accrual. So to take this particular accrual, employee needs to put some pay code in his time card. You see here. There is 3 or 4 ways of taking vacation. One, some like employee will be submitting the time of request. Second, the manager will be going in and putting the pay code. Third, or some companies employee itself will have a privilege to choose the pay. So to take a particular vacation, here if you see there will be a number of leave codes. These are not accrual codes. These are the pay codes which we create in pay policies, and then we will map it to accrual. If you see here, you can see like there will be vacations. Yeah, there will be vacation pay codes available here. There are a number of vacation codes. What we need to do is we need to first create a vacation pay code, and then we'll map it to this. Because we can take only by applying this pay code in his time card, or by requesting time off using the pay codes in the pay policies. So taking here, we will have the list of all the pay codes which are available in pay policy. We need to choose the pay code which we will be using. Okay, so let's find a suitable pay code which we can map to. Usually it will be there on the system, because one we did is also we created a couple of pay codes. So let me see what pay code I can use it for this.
Here we have one employee, and we are assigning this code. Like suppose if we have another 10,000 employees or 20,000 employees working in the worldwide,
Yeah.
like different companies, different countries having their own kind of accrual. So how
Okay.
can we? It's an bit a lengthy process, right?
No, it's not employee based, right? It is based on the policy. So if you have 5 sub operating companies, 5 companies will have 5 different policies. We'll create 5 different profiles for them.
Okay.
Based on
Suppose
the
if you go with the country-wise kind of things, or how?
it depends. It depends entirely on the organization. Say, if 2 sub companies are having similar accruals, but that's not possible. Mostly they will have something different. At least they will have there will be some COVID leave or some emergency vacation, which will be different from the existing company. We can standardize it. It rests with the parent company and the sub companies if they agree. If they have different policies, we need to create different policies. I have worked in projects where there will be around 50, 60 accrual profiles based on the full time will have a different policy. The part time will have a different policy. Interns, they don't have any leaves. And then there will be people who are working as white collar job in the same organization. They will have a different accrual policy. Salaried people accrual policy will be different. Hourly full time will be different. Hourly part time will be different, even if they belong to same location and same organization. And
Same
in
organization, yeah.
California, entirely whatever the business they do, their policy will be different from all the other states. So it's based on that only. We are like how many, even if it is 60 policy, we are going to create it one time. During the implementation, we'll get the requirement, we'll create it and close it out. Once that is done, mapping, everything will happen through integration. And when the employee switches from one area to other, the HRs will be that particular location. HR will be having the list what payroll should be assigned. They will make the changes in the employee central or HRC wherever they give the field to e-time. They will make the changes here, and it will automatically close here. So let me pick up pay code. Usually it will be when we are using the vacation accrual, the pay code name also will be vacation. It's a simple normal pay code. Just for takings, we need a pay code from this one. So we'll go the standard one, vacation. I just need to check whether it's the suitable code because it's standard and the multiplier is 1. So that's what we need. Just a standard pay code and the unit is R and it's giving a multiplier of 1. So this pay code is eligible for our vacation. So here I'll choose, okay, if employee chooses this pay code, then it will detect the hours from vacation and pay him out. Done. Now I need to define what is the minimum taking and what is the increment. Minimum taking is like whether he is eligible to take for a half day of vacation or whether he's eligible to take 2 hours of vacation. That depends on us. Right now, we'll keep it as 4 as the minimum increment. We are not going to give ask him to take a vacation based on hours. Either it's half day or full day. That's it. And taking increment also, I'll give it as 4. That means if I give this and this, the employee will be able to take leaves. Example, minimum he will be able to take leaves. Taking increment 4 means he can take a full day leave 4 plus 4, which is equal to 8. Or he can take 1.5 days, like 4 plus 4 plus 4. This is how it works. Minimum taking plus taking increment. Or how many leaves we need, based on that, we can increment by 4. So we can take 4 hours of vacation, we can take 8, we can take 12, we can take 16, we can take 20, like that it will go. So for 2 days means he can apply for an increment of 16. The system will accept it. So clear on these 2 items?
Yeah.
So minimum taking is out of 16, he can take 4.
No, minimum taking is like how much minimum hours he can apply. He cannot apply for 1 hour of vacation. He can apply for half day
Oh,
or
yeah,
full day.
yeah. Sorry, yeah. Sorry, yeah. Yes.
Restore taking, you will not be using it. It's like when an employee takes, we will nullify it again if the amount is something less. So we are not using it. And then here also we have a maximum taking limit, which we will not be utilizing it because we will handle it through normal limits. Like here we have the limits, whatever we create in the limits, there's a limit type called taking limit. We can use it here and state it like for a particular year, he can take only these many hours. So we can give a warning on when he reaches some hour, and from after that, we can disallow. So here we are not using it. But here, this one, we can use it. Like past or present overdraft warning we can give. If you want to the employee not to go negative, we can choose 0 here. So he will not be able to go below 0. Both for present leaves and future leaves. Because usually we'll apply for future also. I can apply leave for today or yesterday, which I am already absent, or for 1 month in pre-year, like 1 month in later. For December, I can apply. So in that case also, we can use this condition so that if the balance is like going beyond 0, we can disallow it. Warning is nothing. It will allow it. It will just pop up a warning stating that your balance is going low. That's it. So clear on this, it will not allow the employee to go below 0 balances. If we remove this and give -10 means up to -10 the employee can take. So clear on this, we have given for name and we have chosen what vacation it is. We have chosen our grant, given 16 hours to it. And then we have chosen our limit. We have given 40 to it. Then we have given what is our pay code, which we are going to use for vacation. Pay code is coming from the pay policies. We are going to use vacation as a pay code, which is like quite understanding for the employees to apply. So policy is done. Now I'm going to save and return. That's it. Now I have created Australia FT vacation. The accrual is based on ABC, the vacation code. Now I'm going to map it to accrual profile so that we can assign it to an employee at the top level. Here we are not going to do nothing. We'll just create the profile with a name. Australian FT, that's it. And we need to choose the policy here, Australian FT vacation, whether should be visible in the like time card or not visible. Let it be visible. That's it. I'll save it here. And now I'll go to an employee and assign it. Our profile name is Australian FT. I'll assign it to this employee itself, Jane Smith. I'll assign it directly on. Is having Australian FT or IBC FT only. I'm going to change it to Australian FT from start of this year. We need to see whether it is accepting it or not. Because if our employee's time card is already, he signed up. So if you see here, employee time card, when we tested it out, we already removed, like put him, we approved it and we signed off it. So only if we remove the sign off, it will allow him to make the changes to that prior date. If you see him, these are the dates which is already grayed out. So while we are testing with this employee, we added punches, we tried to sign it off and we like played with him, right? So now we need to remove the approvals. Only then the system will allow me to go to this back date and put this accrual policy. So first I need to click here and remove the sign off. Usually when we are assigning it through integration takes care of it. It will automatically remove the sign off until the date which is mentioned, and then it will apply the profile. Now I need to do it manually. It will take some time. I need to remove, like week basis only it will go. Or maybe I'll do one thing. I'll assign it from, anyway, I need to assign the policy for others yearly. So let me remove it till first. It goes by week. I need to still remove 16 times. Okay, done. I'll remote once more again. Oh, I can refresh this. Yes. Now I can apply changes directly here. I'll choose Australian FT. So from 1/1, our policy is going to get applied. Now we'll do a quick testing only. Only we have vacation here, right? So we'll run the accrual detail report for it. We can go to report from here or from the time card, whichever place we want, we can go from there. I'll go to reports. Now we have assigned the policy to the employee. You can see here in the people editor, under the accruals, in the person under the accruals, we have assigned from 1 month. So now I will run the report under this accruals, accrual detail. Okay, and the range of dates I'm going to use is, I'm going to use it from 1/1/2022 till 1/1/2023, because I need to see whether next year he is carry forwarding 40 hours only or not. Or even we can give maybe up to like 4th month or something like that. 04, 01, 2023. Okay. I have chosen the employee range of dates on PDF. PDF is only thing we can see right now. So I'm running in PDF. Yeah. Now if I see my report, okay. So 1 I'm getting correct exactly 16 hours. So each month, if you see here, vacation, I am getting 16 hours for each year. Okay. Like each month. And if you see the employee has applied somewhere in 1013, he has applied some vacation. So it is removing 8 hours. That's fine. And now if you see on 1/1/2023, like on 12th month, he is having 184 vacation. Okay. But again, when he goes to New Year, we have a carryover. So it is adjusting the carryover limit and providing him only with 40 hours when he's going to the fresh year. So our carryover limit is working. Our policy is working. Each month he is getting 16 hours. Clear?
Yeah.
So our policy is working fine. Whatever we have created for vacation as per the requirement, it is working. And also at a particular point of time, how many balances he has, we can see it directly in the time card also. But report will give you the overall picture, how it is getting granted, why he is at the current balance like this. So if you see here, this will give you on the start of this current pay period, which is 11/12, how much balance he has. He has 168 balance. Okay. Then at the this is a accrual ending balance is like at the end of this year, how many balance he will be having? He will be having 184. Clear? On this is on November, he's having 168. If you check the report also will say that the month of November he is at 168, and this year and how much he will be having if he has not taken any leave, if he is not going to apply anything right now, how much he will be having? 184. Clear?
Yep.
So that's it for today. Tomorrow we will work on the other vacations. Probably I'll send you this requirement through email. Okay. You can just try to start with what we have created today. Okay. So that tomorrow, once we start, we can work together and we can create sick and vacation. So only when you will get some grip, like what we are doing, you'll get some ideas. Okay.
Okay.